Hello, everybody. My purses fell down. Gotta make another one. Here's my little birdie sitting in here. So, we're not doing babies this time of year, but we are watching everybody grow up and seeing what happens with them. So I got a post not too long ago from someone feeling very superior that said, you know, my birds are all inferior and I'm not doing it right, and what I should do is just get rid of them all and get two really good birds, or, you know, a few really good birds from a top breeder, and just breed those. He obviously hasn't been watching my channel for very long, because I see absolutely zero interest in taking somebody else's already developed champion birds and breeding them and going and calling them my own. I don't want to do that. First of all, I know I'm a biology teacher and I know enough about biology to know that the inbreeding that's always constantly suggested in this hobby is bad for these birds and counterproductive unless you really know what you're doing and unless you are chasing some kind of new development. So I have no intention of doing heavy-duty inbreeding at this point in my program. The other thing is, I'm aware that I do not have a whole flock full of champion birds. I have birds that have some very good qualities, but I'm a beginner. I've been doing this for a year. It will probably take me a little longer than that to develop a really good line. So what I have is a bunch of birds that have a few good qualities, and my goal is to cross them up until I end up with all the good qualities in one bird, or you know what I mean. So, like, for instance, these two are Bond's babies. They both have lovely feather, as does Bond. That's Daddy right there, and Mama right there. And I will keep them for that lovely feather and breed them for it. They are not big birds. They look good-sized because they have a lot of feather, but they are not good-sized birds. They're actually small, as is Bond. On the other hand, down here, I have Peabody. This is Peabody right here. He is a big, solid, heavy-bodied bird that I am going to breed because he's a big, solid, heavy-bodied bird. He does not have good feather. He does not have quite the right markings. But that's not why I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him to breed him for that size. Because if I can take a bird with that kind of feather and put it on that kind of size, then I will have a champion bird. So I am in process. And my channel says so. This is documenting my first few years as a breeder. Most of the birds that I started with were collected from, have no bands on, and were collected from hobbyists off of Craigslist. But I'm going to cross them up and mix them around until I come up with birds that are worthy of showing, etc. So, for instance, this little guy right here has started to develop. He's sitting next to his daddy right there. No, to his baby sister right there. He's kind of hunched over right now, but he is starting to develop a really nice big head, which is kind of a surprise to me. But also, he's a complete and total surprise because he's a clear flight pied, which are very rare, and he came out of a dominant pied bird. He's Jester's baby. Jester's in here somewhere, but I don't see him. Oh, there's Jester down there, facing the wrong way. So Jester has a big band across his belly. These two babies of his don't. The older one is 9 months old. The little one is just a baby that's about 10, 12 weeks old by now. And both of them are clear flight pied. So now I'll take that and run with it. Sure, it's a rare variety, and I like that. So, for instance, this is Kitesh. Kitesh, although she has a nice feather as far as thickness and such, she has no head on her whatsoever. I'm not breeding her because she's winning any shows. I'm going to cross up her line into larger, better feathered birds so that I can then backbreed to get a nice recessive pied line. It's going to take a few years. I get that, and I'm totally okay with that. That's the part of this that I find interesting. I don't need to run in and win all the shows straight out of the gate. In fact, I would consider that cheating. Just go out and buy somebody else's champion birds and then breed them once and say, "Oh, I'm a winner." I much prefer the challenge of noodling around with the genetics and such. So, for instance, there is Sprite and Fluffy. Fluffy's a double down with good size. He weighs about 65 grams. Sprite has really long feather and directional feather over his eyes. So I crossed them up to mix those feathers together. Also, Sprite is a little. He only weighs about, I think he finally got up to 60 grams. But for most of the time I had him, he weighed about 55 or 56 grams. So yeah, I know that I'm aware that all of my birds are not top quality show birds yet. But that's what I want. I want birds that I can play with. These two little guys down here have been sitting down here acting kind of sad. I think I better check this out, see what's going on. So anyway, for those of you that are worried that I'm not going to win any shows, I'm aware that I am not ready to win any shows yet. But I'm working on it. Give me about 5 years. Okay.